Hello again. What I want to try and do today is to do a mini mixed media tile again, but choose black for one and white for the other, and see what effect the base card has on the overall finish. I've got some a tiny bit of this left. I mixed in some of my Rapunzel Luscious powder with the bottom of the gilding gum, so I want to use some of that. This time I thought I would use this one, which is called Raspberry, and this one, which is Magic Sparkle, as additional colours. And I want to try and add those with a brush dry to the gilding gum on here. I have die cut 2 hearts from this die. I'm not sure if this is Memory Box or Simon Says Stamp. I think it's one of the two. As far as I can see, there seems to be a bit of a crossover with some of the dies between Memory Box and Simon Says Stamp. I don't know if the companies are allied, merged, or whatever. I don't know, but I'm not sure which this is. But the reason I chose it is it has got some texture, some embossing onto the die cut. So I want to do that. I've also die cut some of these little hearts. I'm thinking Valentine's here. This is what I'm kind of thinking. So I've cut some in black and some in white from this die, which again, I think is either Memory Box or Simon Says Stamp. I don't know which. So I have some of those. I have this, which I think, I'm almost sure this was a Simon Says Stamp background die of sort of cascading hearts. I use this very often to use the little waste, in fact, which are the hearts, as tiny embellishments. I love it for that. So I want to emboss that, not cut, emboss that into the base. I've got a couple of my indigo blue stamps that I used before to add a little bit of heat embossing on the top. I don't know if, oh, I've got a stencil as well. I picked up a stencil, whether I would put a little bit of stenciling on as well. So we're just going to go and see, you know, how far we can get. So the first thing I want to do is to emboss. So because this is a die, not an embossing die, it's a cutting die, I need to use my rubber mat. So I'm going to put my rubber mat onto my base plate, put my piece of card onto that and the die on top of that, and I'm just going to put it right in the corner like that. Okay, let's just emboss this with it's a regular sandwich for cutting, but what have I done wrong? No, I don't want that, do I? I want no bottom plate, but I want my embossing mat. That's right. Get it right, girl. Get to grips. You can almost tell straight away when you start to put something through the die cutting machine whether you've got it right or not. And that obviously wasn't right. Too much resistance. So there's my embossed hearts onto my base piece. I'm going to do the same with this. I think I'll put it the other side this time, so it'll have slightly fewer hearts on. Right, let's do this one. So this is going to put some dimension into the card, and I'm going to add some dimension onto the card by adding the other die cuts. So there we go. So let's just put that out of the way for a minute. Right, now I want to put on a heart sort of going off the side like that. Might put that one at the top or wherever. Let's just stick them on. Right, I'll put a bit everywhere because I'm not quite sure where it's going to go. I find dots work quite well. Get too much glue and it just oozes out everywhere. Paper towel will pick up some of it. Right, let's stick this one on. put that like that. This just needs a moment just to think about it. Right. Oops. I got enough on there. Yeah, should be. It's just doesn't want to stick, does it? That's better. I'll leave that for a moment. Let's stick this one on. I'll cut off the excess in a moment or two. I have no idea what the difference of the base. I know it makes a difference, but I don't know how it's going to turn out. The YouTube videos that I've seen from Indigo Blue, I think were all onto a black base, but we'll see. I don't like the fact there's a bit of a gap there, so I'm going to put this over it. We need it to look like it's a bit of a heart, don't we, really? I've got a bit of glue onto the actual card, but I don't think it matters. A bit of paper towel. Blot it off. Oh dear. There we go. Right, I'm going to cut off the excess from over the edge. I just want this to be a plain tile. No bits hanging off. Right. Now I was going to think about some of these bits. Let's see. Let's put some of these inside here. I wonder if the other glue would be any better. Let's see. This is the Zig pen. The other one was indigo. Not indigo, it's sticks to anything. Right. What shape is that? Let's put smaller one on with it. Let's have this one. I think this bit here is a bit of dried up gilding gum from my dish. Okay. All right, let's put some on the white. Let's have this one. Let's have a little one. To use. Right. Am I done sticking things on? Put one down there. Which one shall I have? Let's have this skinny one. sure if you can see what I'm doing. Let me move in a bit. I do forget. I am sorry. I'm going to keep it straight. Right. Let's put those at the top in the pot for the minute. I may use some of them later, I don't know. Right, now I'm going to see if I can use up the remainder of this gilding gum. I said I wasn't too keen on the brush strokes that I used earlier, but other people seem to think it was quite nice. So I'm going to continue in the same vein, just make sure that they're all loosened up. Right, here we go. Oh, nice texture on here, haven't we? I'm going to have to do each tile separately because I want to put the other powder on while it's still wet. And if I do both, then they're going to be drying. So I'm just going to... There we go. Put the lid back on that, just to keep the air from it. Now, let's have a bit of this pink. This raspberry. And I'm going to use my Perfect Pearls soft powder brush. Put some of this on. It's pretty, isn't it? Look at this. It's a little dried up bit of something. Right, now let's try some of the Magic Sparkle, the whitey one. I should have done the whitey one first, really. Let me get a clean brush. This is a clean brush. Magic Sparkle. Oh, there's a lot of twinkle in this one. It's lovely. Look at this. Oh, my Lord. Look at it. All right, I think I'm going to leave that one. We'll try the other one now. I'll keep that brush for the white. Right. There's not a lot left now, I must confess. I do like using everything. Yeah, I think there's probably a few little bits of slightly dried gilding gum in this one. But I'm going to cover the whole thing with it because I want a wet surface where the other colours can join to. Be interesting to see what the difference in the two base colours is. This is the whole purpose of this thing, really, as the technique is similar to the last video that I did. But, as I say, we've got a different base colour. Okay. Right, that's covered it. There was enough. There's my lid. We'll save it now. Let's put on the white first. This is the right brush, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. Or rather, I thought the black was the way to go, but I quite like the look of the pale card on this one. So let's try a bit of the pink. There. Right. Now, let me just clean up this, and then we'll do a little bit of over stamping or something and put that into a... Let's try it. Clean it off a little bit. Don't want it to get too glued up, and that needs a bit of a... That will need a wash, I think, with a bit of warm water. Let's just clean this up here. I don't know what you're thinking about these two. For the colours I've used, I think I quite like the white base. Don't know about you. Just clean this up a bit more. There we go. I think it depends on what your secondary colours are going to be and what the whole theme of the card that you have in your mind is going to be. Let's try just a little bit of, well, that's the right way up, just a little bit of, I don't know if I've got enough in here to do this with. Can I grab a little bit? Sorry about the scratchy noise, it's like a nail down the blackboard, isn't it? A little bit. Oh, it'll be interesting. And should we try a bit on this one? Can I get any more out? Debatable. Can't say there's much waste, can you really? Let's use the same bit. Oh, it's quite nice. Right, I'll just wipe this. And you need a bit of... Right. Now, I think a little bit of gold embossed stuff. Use the same twirly thing I used before. Now, are we dry? I will just give it a quick whiz. Right, just give this another little stamp. Let's see. This is Sizzix Gold Embossing Powder. That's fine. I'll just pop that back in. And we'll heat set this. And I do have a fancy for this bit of scripty stuff, which is the right way. That's just kind of over there, over that top corner. So let's do some of that. And the gold embossing powder. Oh, that looks quite nice. Right. I think the other day I pressed it just a little bit too hard. And the last little thing I'm going to do is just to have a little bit of gold around the edges. A little bit of embossed gold. So we've got stenciling, we've got die cutting, we've got dry embossing. I don't know. Let's put a little bit of embossing powder over this. I quite like this Sizzix gold, actually. It's a fairly bright gold. Some of the golds I have almost look brown. And sometimes you just want a nice bright gold. I've got various manufacturers of gold embossing powder. Right, there's our black one. Now let's just carry on with the white base and see how we go on with this. So first of all, are we dry? Not quite. Let me just give this a bit of a whiz. This bit of stenciling is not quite dry. It looks nice though. Right, let's have a little bit of this twirly bit, and we will put that there, for want of a better place to put it, and some gold embossing on it. That's fine. Oh, and put it back. Let's put it back first. There we go. That one looks nice, doesn't it? That swirly bit. And now my bit of text, I'm going to put that in this gap over here. Is it absolutely straight? Let me just look against this. That's better. Right. Put that over this bit. There. And we will emboss that. Okay. See why I did all the die cutting to start with. There's a lot of fiddling around. Right, here we go. Right, the last thing I'm going to do, as with the other one, is a little bit of gold embossing around the edge, just to frame it, and then you can decide which you like, whether you like the white base or whether you like the black base. All a matter of opinion, I think, really. Personal taste. as I said, the kind of card that you are intending putting it on. There. Put the lid on that because I think I've kind of finished with it. Let me just pick this up and we'll heat set this. Okay. Now, if I really wanted to go to town, I suppose I could highlight put a little gilding wax on the relief heart. So there you go. I don't know what you think. Shall I put them against a white base so you can just have a look and see what the difference? Look, this is just paper actually, but there. What do you think? Black base or white? I think actually, for me, the white one's won this one. So, you may decide. And thank you so much for watching.